Hey guys, this is Biofall38. I'm back again. Today got really good gameplay from Bioshock 2 multiplayer. I mean, let me tell you, this multiplayer is freaking amazing. I used to play the crap out of this game back when it first came out on Xbox 360. I used to just, you know, play a crap ton of multiplayer. After I beat the game, I was always playing multiplayer. That and Fallout, those are like the greatest fucking games that have ever entered my life. And that's why my name is Battlefield 38. But that's just besides the point. And today we're going to be talking about doing things. And by doing things, I mean doing things whether you owe people or you're doing it out of goodwill or you're doing it just because you want something. Now, let's go ahead and start with the simple one, which is doing things out of goodwill. Sure, doing things out of goodwill is fulfilling. It's great. It makes you feel like a good person. But like all things in life, it can be exploited. It's just one of those things. People can see that you're a good person, and they'll be like, "Yo, can you do this thing for me?" And then you do it. Like, for instance, there's this YouTuber I watch. His name is Cutlery Lover. The guy's pretty huge on YouTube. Like, he has, I don't know how many million, or I think it's just a million. I don't know how many fucking subs this guy has, but he has a lot. And he does this story time thing, and I really like his story times because it kind of like, he really like gives good advice during these things, or like when he says these things. And this one time he told the story time about this old lady who he had to drive around for and do errands and do all sorts of things. And this old lady, yeah, she was paying him for gas, because obviously you're not going to drive someone around for free, but she was paying him for gas, and they were doing it out of goodwill. Him and his dad were doing it out of goodwill. But it started to become a thing where this lady was just taking advantage of these two guys, and he started to realize it, and that's when things start to get wrong. And it's when people start asking you to do favors every single day for like forever, and they start taking advantage of your goodwill, and that's not cool. I don't know why people do that. The second one is doing things because you owe someone. Now, this one's a bit touchy because it depends what you owe or what the agreement was, and you always just gotta make sure that you have a decent agreement where it's like, do X amount of things within X amount of days or weeks or whatever, because that's a good deal. If you have like a set amount of days that you're supposed to do things for this person, and they'll like, you'll repay your debt. But if it's like a crappy deal where like someone's like, hey, just do stuff for me, and that's about it, then you got the short end of the stick, because they're gonna fucking bug you to no end. Now, this hasn't happened to me either. I don't want this to happen to me, but who knows? But you remember, you gotta always keep your eyes peeled. And bottom of the line, just try not to owe people stuff, because it's not cool to owe people things. This last one, and it's one we all do. We all have that point in our lives where we just do stuff for people because we want something from them. And this one's hard to talk about because I don't want to seem like a hypocrite, because I've done this before. The only thing I can say is it's not worth it. It's not worth looking like a jackass or ruining your name over some stupid thing you wanted, because in all honesty, like I said, it's just not worth it. I've done it, and it makes people look at you and think of you as a piece of shit who just uses people for things they want. And I mean, it's up to you guys whether you want to fucking take my advice, and learn from this. And at the same time, I feel like there will also be those people who are like, oh, this kid doesn't know shit. And maybe those people are right. Because 5 years from now, I may watch this video and be like, yeah, dude, back in the day, I really didn't know all too much. But this is just my viewpoint and how I see things today. Take my advice with a grain of salt, because I don't know if it's good advice. And if it is, remember to just give me some really good feedback and tell me, yeah, your advice is decent, or it's good, or it's a shitty advice. And I'll feel free to remake the video, or just, I don't know. But, I mean, having that said, the end of the day, just always keep your eyes peeled, just always just make sure not to owe people, make sure you're not getting used, and bottom of the line, just try not to use people. Like, that sucks. I mean, sadly, I've done it, and I know there's people out there that have done it too. And I mean, like I said, we all get to certain points in our lives where we just do these sort of things, and I mean, we're all human. But remember, like, rate, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Having that said, this is Biofall38 signing out. I love you guys. Peace.